And here we are. It is Thursday. We have another Necropolis stream. This time, just little old me. No guests. Just grafting away in Necropolis. We're going to read out the descriptions. We're going to draw what we read for about an hour and a half. So it's a simple sit back and chill episode. In which case I lose all of my Photoshop altogether. So let's just close you. Like, go away. Okay, probably just get to close that window altogether. Okay, so we left it last night with me drawing this room. No spoilers. Big, huge throne at the back. I'm gonna add some shadow to these steps. And probably... I'm thinking all the way around. This is a big, huge raised area. Get some shadows underneath the amethyst throne. This room will be close to being done. I might add some cobwebs. I'm undecided about that. And then we're going to move into this room. And then we're going to move into that room. Pretty much in that order. I don't actually know what's in this room. I have a suspicion what's in that one, if I remember correctly. And we're going to take it from there. So let's just start off super chill. Wow, you guys wasted no time. Whoosh goes Pex, and he's in. Box office. Yay! Box office. Phantom Jen, good to see you. Phantom Jen is going to be one of the guests on this channel here shortly. Let's warm up. Let's do some shadows. Shadows! Let's get some shadows down. Jack was saying that we're looking pretty close on this map. I think to a degree, that's correct. It's actually... Can we do this? Let's try and do this. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna restrict the area these shadows are gonna show up in. Oh, nope, that's wrong, Connor. Hey, it's gentlemanly thoughts here. Well, hello, sir. And how are you, my spiffy little friend? Yeah, let's just do that. And then we're going to do an inverse of that. Then we're going to go back to our brush. Okay. Oh, that's too small. Alright. We go bigger. Go much more bigger. That still feels kind of small. Maybe we just need to bring up the opacity a little bit. What's it? Right, I guess we should, yeah, bring up the opacity. I was going to say decrease the transparency. And we might go over this a couple of times to get the shadows to really pop. But that's not too bad. Let's do it again. Get a little bit more concentrated. I am in black here. Okay, yeah, that's looking a little elevated. That's not looking too bad. How's everyone doing on this magnificent Friday Eve? Everyone doing good? See, I like that. I like that. I think that looks like steps going up now. That was a complete flat little sort of mosaic floor originally. That's taking shape. Alazilla! Zing! It's Friday Eve. It's Friday Eve. It's like so. The thing from this is Jack and I, we tend to have a very different mental attitude on Fridays, right? Especially when we used to have to commute into work, and we decided that, or it was like partway through, like we're really grumpy. It's Thursday. We're driving into work, and it was like, yeah, but it's Friday tomorrow. Hey, and so we started to hold on to that, and so it became a Friday Eve. We're almost there. And so we started to get a little bit happy on the Thursday because we're almost into Friday. Friday Eve. It's corny, but it's a thing. It's trending on TikTok, so none of you guys would know. Oh, I actually don't need to do this. My chair is... did I really do that? Alright, well, I'm gonna have to... God damn it, really? Did I do that? I drew... Oh no, so I guess the ink... Well, no, you see, I should have just drawn the whole damn thing so I could drag it into a layer, but okay, fine. I'm just gonna do this. I don't know what layer 7 is, I'm just gonna merge it. Living dangerously. Like this random circle. Let's leave, you know what, screw it. Let's call it decoration. Gentlemanly thoughts. It goes like that though, right? It absolutely freaking goes like that. Alright, that's more like an amethyst couch. Let's see if there's anything more with this that we need to do. Room 20, and then it's 21, so let's do this thing. No spoilers. 20. A dark shape is seated in a huge chair. A figure dwarfed by its 15-foot height and 10-foot breadth. How can you dwarf yourself? Anyway, I'm moving on. You originally took this to be a statue slightly larger than man size, but it's just moved. This is why I'm not drawing it on the thing, because it's actually moving. Then he says some words, being big bad guy. Cherry red light springs from all of the pillars. We've got that. I'm thinking about adding some little twinkles in there, but maybe I shouldn't. Okay, describes the creature on the throne. Blah, blah, blah. He's still doing his dialogue. Partway through this dialogue, I think the players would have kicked off, you know? And he's still talking. And he's still talking. That's a page and a half of talking. Players wouldn't hang around that long. A love seat, even. A love seat. Alright, so... Hold on a minute. There's some artwork for this room that absolutely does not match the actual monster. And I'm not going to even show you the artwork. It literally just has nothing to do with the monster. Magnificent pecs. Flexing. The throne, okay, the throne, blah, blah, blah. Don't want to read that out. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so room 21 behind it. I might actually have to do a bit of a wall section here. So that room is actually done. I might throw some cobwebs in there. I think I'm going to. Then room 21... which is that kind of almost oval room. Plain ceiling, 12 feet high. The floor seems to be solid sandstone. Huzzah, we've got that. The east and west walls, that's top and bottom by the way, bear Roman-style archways. Roman-style archways? Decorated in a bas-relief. Except for two what? Skulls are ranked in rows all about the two long walls. Oh, there's a bunch of skulls in here. Really? Except for two spaces, each of which is heavily covered. I actually don't understand this room. I really don't understand this room. Okay, so we've got arches, top and bottom. But what's with the skulls? Skulls are ranked in rows, all about the two long walls, except for two spaces, each of which is heavily cobwebbed. What are the spaces? I am really confused about what I'm meant to be drawing here. So I think we should do the archways. Let's just get the archways. Then I think I've just got to line the walls with skulls. And from what I can tell, there are 2 gaps. There's 2 gaps where in the skulls, spaces. But I think this is almost floor to ceiling, like the French catacombs, or the Paris catacombs. And I'm getting the idea that there's actually like a space in amongst that wall of skulls, and there's cobwebs in there because there's a description, like if you put your hand in and shit like that. So that means I would normally just do a wall of skulls, but now I'm tempted to have an actual gap and do a whole bunch of cobwebs and shit because it will look visually better. Hey, Wargaming, did I see that your Kickstarter funded? Yeah, like this is a mark problem. We'll draw it, and then it is a mark problem. So let's do that. By the way, these walls are probably the closest to the finished product that I'm going to do over the whole map. This is the style that I'm shooting for in the colouring of them and everything. Well, congratulations, Wargaming Recon. Feel free to post a link in the chat to your Kickstarter. Alright, where's my wall section? Give me a wall. And we will steal a little bit of wall from over here. You know what? We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. We could do this ourselves. We could draw a wall. We don't need to steal a wall. Oh, I should put a little highlighter on, but I'm not gonna, because I'm colouring for the most part. Alright, we're going to rasterize this layer. So everyone in chat, just if you want to help out Wargaming Recon, if you just want to help out the wargaming hobby in general, he does a podcast, continually has done for the last 20 years. He's just asking for very little money, actually, just to keep the channel going this year. Because he isn't asking for sponsors, and he would normally be funded through sponsors. So hit him up. Show some love. Oh, I've still got opacity, yeah. Let's change that. I backed at the level that he's got, where he's going to actually have to host me as a player later this year in a D&D game. Yeah, I think that this is kind of... Now, I remember too, Ola, I do this thing from above, and I have a whole bunch of skulls that I'm going to use for this. If imagine this from above, you're just going to see skulls. You're not going to see the gap, right? And I don't think they're talking about this is the archway. They're talking about... In fact, hold on a minute. I think they're describing more like this stuff. Imagine this with a gap in it. They're describing way more like this. But less bones, more skulls. And I see it more like this, you know, with a gap here. And like skulls, so like imagine if there was a gap at the bottom here, but the skull's above it. But there's a whole bunch of cobwebs in the black hole down here. Well, I'm gonna literally have a gap, as if the gap is floor to ceiling, because I want to be able to have the cobwebs and everything showing nicely. Allah, you should totally do it. You should totally do it. You're such a great artist. I bet you'd nail the sucker. Should just do it even as a experiment exercise, you know? Ink walls, wall colouring. By the way, is the music okay? Not too loud? I have to finagle the volume levels in between streams after having guests. I want to try and fix that so I don't have to do that so much. What do you mean you don't hear anything? Well, there's a good bloody clue. Really? You don't hear anything? What about now? In fact, I'm just going to go crank this up. So is that a good level? Like if I talk like this? And so it was said on the third day of Orange that Peter would have to wear purple to school that day. So can you hear my voice over the audio or the music? It's like I need to create 2 channels, one for music, one for guest. Perfect, says Gentleman Thoughts. In fact, Gentleman doesn't talk that way, so I'm kind of lying a little bit. Perfecto, as they would say in Italy, where I went last summer for a retreat, don't you know? That's how he talks. Fact. Gentlemen, if you and I ever met in real life, like at a con or something, you know you have to talk like that. Otherwise, I'm going to be so disappointed. I'm going to be asking for my money back. This is a bunch of bullshit. This isn't gentleman at all. I call foul. Foul play. Treeball just came in with a sub. Wait, was Treeball never subscribed before then? I mean, Treeball is on like Patreon and everything, so why would that be surprising? Gentleman Thoughts. It needs to happen one day because now I'm curious. Now I'm curious. What am I doing wrong here? Why is this not showing up? Because you freaking dope, you melon, you were still on the smoothing tool. That's why. If you can't be bothered to be a professional in this channel, just cut it out. Oh, okay, talking about not being professional. It's a little dark. I'm gonna leave it though. Three-month streak. You see, I didn't see the 3-month streak, so that's my bad. Treeball is such a huge fan. He's so cool. Buying my maps. Backs me everywhere. Back in every single project I do. I love him. I'm gonna leave it like that. That looks good. It's a secret door. Shh. Alright, let's hit save. You know the Scoot War game? So are the commands not working? I saw you guys doing commands before. Pex, I will leave this in your capable hands, sir. Make it work. Just... I feel faint. Just... If you could just... be on your way and just make that thing work. Be good. That'd be most excellent. I really don't like it when it plays up. It's most... There you go. There you go. There you go. No, don't do that. Literally, don't do that. Do that. Why are you doing that? Oh, wait a minute. No, hold on a sec. What? Oh, because it's not the shadow freaking layer. Hold on a sec. Well, what? Well, what is it? Oh, she's on fire tonight. She's on fire tonight, folks. Is that part of decoration? Ah, that's what the mystery one was. Okay. Okay. I figured it out. It's okay. I got it. Everyone can rest easy. Don't panic. Gasp. Hi, Gasp. What does donated 99 mean? But thank you, Gasp, for being here, saying hi, being part of the chat. Thank you for the cheer. Hey, Dungeon Tomb. It's literally the middle of the morning over there, so just thank you for being you. Always wishing you good health this year, my friend. You know we love you. Alright, let's merge them. And bit of tidy up. Bit of tidy up. Just get rid of that over here. You don't need to see my project folders. They say, actually, I don't know how true this is, But they being the knowledgeable powers of the world, they say to not stream or show people your computers, like, you know, your file structure and everything. And I always wonder, like, why? Are they gonna hack me because you can see how I organize my Dropbox? But you know, I guess I'm gonna stay on the side of caution and not show you, in case any of you hack me through my Twitch stream or something. I don't know. Thank you. Yeah, I think it turned out really good. Yeah, you see, that's how it works. Exactly. You're in my base killing my dudes. Hey, Alex Dixon is here. It's okay now, everyone. You can start playing up being right assholes, and Alex Vixen will ban your ass. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing. How are you doing, Alex Dixon? Okay, we actually need this location here. I've got a whole bunch of, like, coffins and skulls and grave dirt. I've got this folder called Graveyard that I've just been collecting, things that have been drawn or whatever. And there's a lot of stuff I had on the Teagle map right here. And we're gonna need it. Right here. And to be clear, we are going to probably do most, if not all, of the maps to be blankies and leggings and towels and pillowcases. You know, we're going to do all of the maps, but they're so arduous to set up that Pex just give me one, and he'll go through and, like, get that set up. Yeah, you should see them. Like, holy balls, you should see this blankie. It's big, it's soft, it's comfortable. We're gonna blankies with maps on them. OMG. And Wargaming, they're not going to be on Noble Dwarf, my friend. Noble Dwarf do 3 things. Cups, hoodies, t-shirts, with more than 3. Canvas, but they're not blankies, okay? Please get that straight. There will be underoos. There will be underoos. We're doing underoos. Okay, I see what you're doing. Here we go. Here's my favourite skull. Hand-drawn skull. Let's get it sized. I'm probably going to use this skull and just really repeat it a lot, but I have a few others to mix in here. Yeah, that feels about right. And you know, yeah, let's put it in that folder. Yep, okay. Edge pond. Okay. Yeah, we're working on, by the way, alyssafaden.com. I actually have the domain name alyssafaden.com, but it just links to a Twitch sort of page, so it doesn't have anything on it. But we are going to work on that and get the entire portfolio uploaded. Actually, Treebor, that's actually a pretty big compliment for you, because your knowledge of stones and shit, like, that's how you actually looking at my amethyst throne intimidates me like a lot. We are absolutely doing all the things. I don't want to do a scattering of skulls just like spilling out. You know what, fuck it. Not mentioned in the description, don't care. Mark's not here, right? Unless I fade blankets on it to make it more comfortable. Peck's, so Peck's got a sample. I'm gonna have to get a sample myself, but Peck's got a sample of the blankie, and he showed me yesterday, and it was like, oh god, that looks so good. Like, it's huge, and he says that it's like super soft, super nice. I don't think they were super expensive. No, Pex, was it just like $30 or something, or 60 or something like that? It wasn't too crazy. He said it was all like hand stitched and everything. It made him think that it was like from some kind of sweatshop or something like that. I was like, I'm in. I am in. I want the Alyssa Faden Roman merchandising to come from a sweatshop. Otherwise, what's the point? That's modelled on actual events that took place, but the actual words are a reconstruction. If my blankets aren't being made by orphans, it's like, why are we even doing this? Oh god, Treebor, I don't know. Because we're only drawing it a little bit each month. You know, I'll probably have a better idea after Saturday. To see how much progress I make. You know, let me answer that after Saturday. I'll look at the size that I'm drawing, and then I'll look at the hours that I put into something like Light Harbor, and I'll extrapolate from there, and then I'll calculate that out, you know, based on hours per month, and we'll go from there. This Saturday, yes. Saturday morning, 10 o'clock my time. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. What was that? What was that? Redeemed a bean. Oh, and it's gentlemanly thoughts too. How do I not do that? How do I not do that? Alright, let's do a bean. Let's do a bean. So let me just do this. I want to move this down. I'm going to merge all of these. Because I want to try then doing something like this. 50 by 60 inch. Soft silk touch fabric. Printing on one side, white reverse side. Machine washable. Oh, a snack, huh? A snack. A snack-a-doo. The next time I get a drink, I will get Jack to get me a snack. I might get a nice little cookie or something like that. But first, this was asked for by gentleman himself, and I can't say no. Now, I want to just make sure that we don't have my lacquer in the chat with us. No my lacquer lurking. Okay, my lacquer actually redeemed a bean on my birthday, and I wasn't doing beans, I don't think, on my birthday. But if my lacquer was here, I would do my lacquer's bean. But I'm going to keep my lacquer's bean in the hopper. Alright. Oh god, the smell is coming out of this thing. It's not a good smell. It's like a mixture of marshmallows if you'd stuffed them in someone's jockstrap. Yeah, I don't know why I keep smelling it. Okay, let's stop doing that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Bean time for gentlemanly thoughts. You know, as you see right here. The fillies have to eat the beans. Alright, here we go. What's the colour? White. Oh, shit. Alright, let's try it. Let's hope it's not a bad white one. Okay. It is a bad white one. But it's not... It's not the sour milk. I think it's soap. It's like dishwashing liquid. So it's bad. But compared to some of the other shit that we've had, that's actually pretty damn good. And that's saying something. I would rather eat soap than some of the other beans in here. Alright, so thank you, Gentlemanly Thoughts, for giving me a soap bean. Much appreciated. And thank you for the cheer too. That's really appreciated. Honestly, the grand scheme, I'll take soap almost any day. That was actually pretty good. My lacquer is Morgan. Okay. So when Morgan next gets in the chat, I will redeem my lacquer's bean. Thank you, Gentlemanly Thoughts. That's really, really, really kind. A vodka bean. You know, I think there are some cocktail beans in there. Because Jack bought some. And I'm not sure I've had one yet. Oh. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of giving myself a foundation of skulls. And because I don't like everything to look uniform, we will definitely be adding some variants here. But this is looking not too bad. Oh, I do need 2 gaps. Well, we will create 2 gaps in this wall of skulls. This is already looking pretty good. I'm okay with this. Let's get all of this merged together. Well, Jack and I actually poured all of the beans that Pex got, all of the beans that Jack got to equalize out the 50-50. And we put them in a big, huge container. We stirred them around. So, if all of the good beans are at the bottom, there's going to be many months of me being a miserable bugger. Alright, so I'm going to create 2 gaps now. Wargaming, what did you do with my pen? Ah, there we go. Thank you. Let's get our eraser going. I really want to make sure that we get into the next room tonight. And I think we should be able to, because this room I think is fairly straightforward here. And then one thing I do want to also do is in these corridors and everything, and in this room here, I want to get like sand drifts and stones and shit like that in there. This has actually turned out pretty good, hasn't it? This is actually a fun room. I'm okay with this. I don't like, by the way, I must have actually here decided I was going to experiment with ink colour. Because of this here. You see how I was doing grey in this area? And I continued it into this room. I'm going to go over the top of those with black, I think. I know what I was trying to do, and it was an experiment that didn't work out. Now we're all coloured. I love this room. I love the colours in this room. And Trebor said that it looks almost like amethyst. So, yeah. Dirty dishwater, says Alex Vixen. That must be the one. That must be the one. That's what it was. Normally, I actually struggle to understand what I'm eating. In real life, just in general. But that helps, yeah. That's exactly what I was eating. Right, a little bit of personalization here. Thanks for looking that up, Alex. It's like, why do I do this to myself? I still need to get that GIF that was like, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? I think, yeah, Treebo, I'm not even going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue with you. I was actually tempted last night to grab a picture of amethyst and use it as a texture in the throne. And maybe that would have been closer, but I'm sure still wouldn't capture the actual brilliance that you see in real life, you know? But then I decided just to do it by hand. And also a reminder, I am going to be sending out the video how-to probably within the next week. I'm going to get it done. I'm thinking tomorrow, over the weekend for sure. And Pex will get it packaged up and sent out as well. And it will be how to draw hills and how to draw mountains, the video version. Alright, let's get some cobwebs done. Where are my cobwebs? Cobwebs. White, we're good. cobweb brushes. Here we go. Alex Fixer says, thinking of the area you're working on reminded me of how frustrated a vampire made one of my parties. They just could not find the entrance to his lair. They walked past it 6 times and even poked it twice. What was that entrance? Inquiring minds want to know. I actually don't tend to use this particular web too much because it's quite strong in its colour. But I think here it might help. Because things are getting a little drowned out on the sandstone floor. Treebo, I think that's a good idea. That's how I tend to do it. There you go. That looks webby. That looks webby. And I think I'm gonna do a little bit on top of the skulls too. I think that they should have webs on the top. Oh, that's a nice side. Oh, that actually works out very nice. Now it was just 2 gaps, right? 2 gaps. Except for 2 spaces. Yeah, okay, 2 spaces. The entrance was a 6x6-inch grating. Yeah, because they could do gaseous form. Why the hell would they not do grating? 100%. Yeah, let's do one more web. Yeah, I like that one. That came out really nice. Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. But the pièce de la résistance. Nice. Let's move that one. There we go. Creepy crawlers in the webs. That works for me. I haven't actually been adding spiders to the other webs, and I think I'm going to. I think I'm definitely going to. That extra little bit of detail. Let's hit save. I think if a vampire. So how about this? A series of connected rooms with thick walls and small pipe connections. The vampire would be at will to gaseous form between them and regenerate. If he was losing the fight, he could bugger off easily. Trollord Games! Trollords! Trolla-la-la-la! Thank you for the sub! 3 months running. Oh, that's a good idea, maybe. The mage eventually sent his ferret through the grating to see where it led to. Through a mind link, all he heard as it ran back to them was, "Bad tooth coming, bad tooth coming." Yeah. Now that wasn't a mage. What do they call it? Accomplice, apprentice, assistant, familiar. It wasn't a familiar, was it? I wouldn't send my familiar through a grating to see what was on the other end. That's asking for trouble. Now, by the way, I am tempted to come back to this room. Look, I've just got little creepy crawly spiders as bushes. I'm tempted to come back to this room and actually draw in arches. But because my style is very top down, it's not isometric, it's not even angled for the most part. An archway wouldn't look any different than this. So I'm not sure. I'm semi tempted to deviate from my usual style to actually have a stone archway in here, but I want to let it percolate. I want to let the idea percolate for a little bit before I commit. I kind of like that room. Zombie dance team leader. Oh my god. Yeah, zombie. Good to see you. This is your once a quarter visit. It's always appreciated. Alex Vixen, it was his familiar, and I am dumbfounded. That could have got so bad. Oh, are they expendable in 5e? Oh, that's disappointing. I didn't realise that. Ah, good, better, 2nd edition. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the stuff I'm familiar with. You know, you lose your familiar. Bad juju. Good to see you, zombie. This is on Wednesday, Thursday nights. We've been working on this big, huge dungeon map, Necropolis, originally by Gary Gygax. Kind of just working my way back to you, babe. But I'm just working my way through it, and I've just done Skull Room, and now I'm about to do that room. Room 20 of the 2. Yeah, I might have to actually come up with an archway. There's I think there are 4 archways in this room. So we might have to do an archway that isn't fully looking stupid while looked at from above. Yeah, I might have to. Alright, so room 22. Now, by the way, this book obviously has a map in it. Okay? I don't know how well you can see it, but you can see there's a map. And there looks to be a scattering of about 10 coffins in this room. They're literally scattered around like someone just went, fuck that, it's a spare, I don't need it. Now I'm going to read the description, and it doesn't align with the previous map. You are in a big chamber, 40 feet deep, and over 100 feet in length. It reeks of death, and it is mouldy as a grave. So we're actually going to cover this floor. You can see I actually started making it kind of scuzzy. We are going to cover this floor with grave mold, okay? There are half a dozen, cool, pale and beautiful women here. Tall, slender, and shapely too. Alright, that's not suspicious, like, at all. They smile and beckon to you, but their eyes glow with a feral and red light, and long fangs in their upper jaws show them to be undead things! Exclamation mark. You have no time for further observation, for they are coming towards you with purpose. Within the east and west alcoves, don't forget there's top and bottom, are various amenities and furniture for the vampirettes, such as couches and various items. So, okay, they've actually got a little pad here. It's not just a scattering of coffins around. In fact, the whole room description mentions not one coffin. There is a great sarcophagus in the eastern portion. So that's down here. And there are 6 smaller ones up here. Which is also where the furniture's at. So it's like so they've got furniture and everything up there, but they've also got some coffins up there, and there's a big coffin down here, but the previous map just throws like a dozen coffins just all over the place. So it's kind of, there's a big huge disconnect. In fact, they say in the east and west alcoves are various amenities of furniture. But then much, much further down, they say, oh yeah, but over there there's actually some coffins, and then down there there's a single coffin. It's like... Alright. Hey, Zombie, that's absolutely fantastic to hear. That is really, really cool. Thank you. Pretty active on Instagram now, through the help of others. So how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Well, we do need a lot of mold and stuff here. Probably get some grave mold going on. They talk about... See, I would have had, like, drapes and stuff on the ceiling too. Mysterious shadows moving behind them, dancing to a faraway mystical music that just chills you to the bone. But no, okay, big huge empty room with women approaching you. That works too, I guess. You know, okay, I'm gonna... There's something that bugs me about the writing of this. There's this section to read to the players, and it actually honestly ignores some really key things. Sure, there's like these pale vampirettes, as they're calling it, coming towards you. But what about a score of humans all near death from blood loss? That's not part of the description. As you walked in as a player, would you not notice these people like languishing around? Like all in probably like this drugged almost like state, or shambling around, or leaning up against a wall, like emaciated and pale. Would that not be one of the things you would see? Not even part of the description box. I hate that shit. Throughout this book, there's so many descriptions that are buried throughout subsequent text. And as a GM, you would definitely have to read this in advance, but you'd have to read all of it and kind of remember to pull certain other pieces out. Like I want to go through this book with a highlighter going, I need to read this too, I need to remember this too, because players are going to see this. That annoys the shit out of me. So, what gaming you not feeling so good? We were just ranting about vampirettes. Alright, so we've got east and west alcoves, couches and other items. That's just a bunch of, like, this is what the monsters do. Now you see that this is a private domain of a vampire. The Great Sarcophagus in the Eastern... I love the way they do this. Once the battle is over, the Great Sarcophagus in the eastern portion was certainly that of the head vampire himself. This sarcophagus is not mentioned anywhere else. So it's like, the players are going to go, what sarcophagus? What do you mean, the Great Sarcophagus? This is the first time you've ever mentioned that there's a Great Sarcophagus. Oh, yeah, sorry, says the GM. I literally just mentioned it right now. What, the Great Sarcophagus with all of the couches and shit like that? Yeah, it's kind of like the couches are kind of on it. That's a shit description. That's a terrible description. Well, Mark did say, obviously within reason, I mean, he recognizes some of the writing in here is, like, not awesome. And so he is definitely trying to make it cohesive. And part of what he said is he will make the writing match what I draw. And I think this is a prime candidate. What I'm getting from this is we do have vampirettes here. This is also the home of a head vampire. We need a Great Sarcophagus in here. And probably, maybe, I mean, it's a little, you know, maybe the Great Sarcophagus nearby has some chairs and tables and things like that. And we need 6 other coffins in here. Can I give you this also? It's empty. Thanks, babe. We need 6 other coffins, which I think we could put in here. Like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But maybe up here is kind of, we do a little bit of furniture, table, some chairs, maybe a couch. It seems a little out of place, but you know, whatever. And here we do a Great Sarcophagus. And maybe a couple of tables and chairs or something, I don't know. A couple of crates, some shelves. I feel like I might even spill out a little bit though and do some here. Now the problem is I do need to reserve some spaces here for archway. So I need to actually very quickly, let's mark off some space. Let's call this Sketchy Poo. There is no door to this room. How do you get into it? You all have to play the game. Padded footstool? Yeah, I don't see why not. Absolutely. Yeah. We're definitely going to add some furniture like that. Definitely. Oh, yes, I want to mark. So we have to reserve. So here's the thing. Look how much it's thrown in here. Thank you. Door of the link. Thank you. So look how much. So this is what pisses me off. A, you've heard the description now, right? This is what the previous map did. That's what the previous map did. Seriously. I mean, it's like, are we working on the same team here or not? I mean, come on. That doesn't match anything in the description. Nothing in the description. It doesn't match the number, and it doesn't match the description of the room. It's, come on. Hey, is Mark here? Is Mark here? Because this is beautiful timing. If Mark is here. Alright, right. I don't know how much of this you heard, Mark. But this room description is a peach. It's a peach. I think I've got a handle on it. But it is a freaking peach. I was just demonstrating. I just read the description like twice. And then I drew what the previous map had. And it looks... It has no bearing at all on the description. So I'm not even going to take any inspiration from the previous map. Now what we do need to do though is we need to reserve room for an archway here, an archway here, an archway here, and here. Now we will draw those separately, but we need to make room for them. That means when they say the eastern and western alcoves have furniture and stuff in them, but they also have coffins in them, or they also have the great sarcophagus in them, we don't really have room for all of that. It's like we've got this big huge room, and then we're going to squeeze everything into these two spaces. So I think we're going to spill out a little bit. And I think we need to make this room feel good. I think what I want to do is something like this. Is get a big huge sarcophagus kind of in this area here. And that gives plenty of room around it. I'm kind of tempted to do 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe 5, 6 flanking the archway. Smaller coffins. Well, yeah, maybe zombie. Maybe you're right, actually. Actually, maybe you're right. Because they're like vampirettes. I'm not even sure it mentions smaller coffins. I might be getting them from the map. That might be influencing me here. Yeah, because it mentions furniture and stuff, so maybe we don't need any smaller coffins. yeah, maybe you're right. So we could actually just do without them altogether and put some furniture and stuff up there. And maybe for furniture we could get nice and sort of simple. Maybe you have a nice little, stylish, like little coffee table. Maybe a corner chair. Maybe a couch or something. Maybe a little sort of chair with a footstool or something. And we keep it. That could work. That could work. There is not going to be a lot of edits in the text with my additions. Don't you exaggerate. No, and I, honestly, for the most part, I haven't done a lot of additions. And Mark and I are going to go through this map together. But honestly, there is nothing in here that deviates from the writing. Just in certain locations, we've had to make some educated guesses for where things should be placed. But like, everything, I think everything is cock on to the description. So you do want 6 normal sized coffins. Okay. You know what I'd love to do? Mark, tell me if this is kosher. Because this is deviating from the text a little bit. I would actually like to do their furniture that's mentioned in the description. Kind of like in the center of the room a little bit. And then actually put the normal sized coffins in the alcove. Like this. So they're kind of like, you know, protected up there. Then this one is actually mentioned in the text as being down there. But kind of move the furniture towards the center of the room. We're still going to add a whole bunch of like grave dirt and shit like that and grave mold on the floor. We'll still have the arches and things like that. But more like that. Okay, perfect, Mark. He doesn't care where the furniture goes. Perfect. Yeah, we'll just need to... This will be... I actually look forward to this little working session. We'll just have to go through them and make sure descriptions match. Perfect. No, I didn't miss it, Alex Vixen. Honestly, I was confused by it. It seems a little bit... you know, well, it seems a little bit nitpicky. And when I say nitpicky... If I throw something like... this on the map. I mean, yeah, you could give me the actual definition of a coffin versus a casket, but I mean, this is what I'm drawing. So, I guess tell me the definition and I'll go, I don't know, pick the one that's appropriate. No, let's make it low. I'm intending to do this. You have your regular home staging TV show, but here we have the Alyssa Tomb staging show. We do. But I think we're going to learn something. Okay, so Alex, tell us the difference between a casket and a coffin then. And which one a vampire would use. Oh, Phantom Jen, I like that. Wine bottles on the table. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, a casket is stone or metal. A casket is stone or metal? Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, why am I doing that? Oh, we'll personalize these a little bit, of course. Gentlemanly thoughts. The difference is basically one of design. Coffins are tapered at the head, okay, and the foot. Okay. Caskets are rectangular in shape. Of better quality timbers and higher standard workmanship. Okay. Learning something all of the time in this channel. Oh, I just moved that instead of copying it. There we go. Yes, yes, I'm definitely going to do a big sarcophagus. You worked in a funeral parlor for 4 years, says Alex Vixen. Of course you did. I think when we were doing one of those truth, lie things, didn't that come out? I should have remembered that. I don't know how you do it, girl. I don't know how you do it. Great sarcophagus. I want to put my great sarcophagus on top of a plinth of some type. I'm going to start there. And for that, so I think I'm going to hide my sketchy poo. What is layer 6 copy here? What is that? Oh, it's shadows. Okay. I don't know if we're modeling this after the King Tut. This is like, you know... Oh, hold a minute. I've just distracted myself by seeing the background here. I'll fix the background later on. We'll come back to that. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to do King Tut's thing. Oh, that's what I'm meant to be doing. We are going to do a stone plinth for this sucker. And we need to make that smaller. We are going to make it grand. It is going to be grand. I kind of want to make it a little bit more feral. A bit more ominous. Oh, that one went long. Well, the time check didn't seem to go off. And yet that one did. But, okay, I suppose we're close to the hour and a half, aren't we? I'm going to get at least this plinth done. And then... that might be a good spot to end it. Yes, I'm going to hit save. So, I'll get this plinth done, okay? I'm going to do a multi-stepped plinth right here. And I am going to be streaming this again on Sunday, okay? So, as you know, over the weekends I work on this too. I don't just do all of the work during these sort of short sprints during the week. So, we will continue the vampire room, or the vampirette room, on Sunday. We will finish off the sarcophagus. We'll get the furniture dropped in. We'll get some like grave mold and stuff in here. We'll make it look really super creepy. I'm going to add a lot of blood. There's going to be blood in here. They have, what, 12 thralls in here with them? Well, they're not thralls. They're fodder. They're food. They're meat sacks. They're blood bags. So there's going to be blood. Troll Lord, thank you so much for the huge cheer that you are. Mwah. Thank you. Mark said the other day there's going to be something like an appendix showing the wall artwork. Is there a way to do at least some inserts on this map to show at least a few examples? Actually, that's a question better for Mark. Because you know what would be really cool? Let's say that this room here is described as having, you know, a bas relief of some description. Wouldn't it be really cool if we had a lovely insert, maybe with a little bit of a border, showing the artwork in the room? That would actually look really, really good. I would love to have that. That would look cool. I could attempt to coordinate with the frogs on that one. Blood dolls. Blood dolls. Tra-la-la-la-la. Yes, no, I think that's fair, Mark. We need to make sure that it looks like an insert of... This is what the wall looks like. Yeah, I hear you. Could be nice here and there. But also, I will say, most of these rooms seem to have something on the walls, so that could also get a little unwieldy. But it could be interesting. Alright, big steps. Big steps. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to go a few minutes long. Because I wanna colour this in. One step up, one step up. One. Well, I guess, and then it's on top, so I guess it's 2 steps. Perfect. And we'll colour underneath it. I need to keep these layers together. Let's just... Ooh. Oh, but if I do red, it might blend in. Like, if I did a red marble, it might blend in too much. And I don't want to do black marble. The shadows are shit on black. Do I just do a grey? A grey stone? Red could look really good. I'm gonna do red. We're gonna do like a red marble of some description here. Green, says Wargaming. Green could be interesting. I think it might blend in a little bit too much, but could be. Gold, since vampires tend to be showy bastards. Actually, is there anything in the description? No, it actually doesn't have a description. Just says, the Great Sarcophagus. Gold, green, red. Pecs. Most of the marble types in Egypt have the beige colour. Yeah, like alabaster. And its light and dark shades. Egypt is known for the beige coloured marble. Beige could work. Actually, alabaster here could work. Alabaster could be cool. Yeah, we could jewel it up. Well, the description. Yeah, it just coloured stone doesn't make no difference, right? We're not implying wealth on this thing. That's up to the GM. I like the idea of alabaster. So this was kind of like the alabaster that we got previously right here. I kind of like the idea of alabaster. That would stand out. That would pop. Oh, they're nice. I'm actually just going to bring them over so people can see. See, something like these would actually be kind of cool, right? Yeah, that is a URL and a half, Trebor. Oh, holy crap on a basket. What is this? Amethyst geode. Yeah, we could get some, like, of that inserted. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Huh? You see that? Huh? Yeah, amethyst throne, bitches. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm liking this. I'm particularly liking these top three. Now, I got enough to work off. I want to finish this floor tonight. And if I dick about with this too much, we'll never get it done. So let me get this here finitoed. And then we'll go from there. Otherwise, like I say, we'll never get done. We just gotta pick one. We're gonna you know, I like these two. That's it. I'm committing. I like these two. I think that would stand out actually. That would actually be really nice, and it would complement the walls. Yeah. We're not doing a slumber party. I got stuff to do. You cool kids have got something to do. I know we've all got a limit to our viewing patience. But let's see how much of this I can get done in the time we've got. Am I drawing this on the right layer? Yes, I am. By the way, if you're wondering about the grid, you see this here? That actual soft grid is not going to make it into the final version. That's just for my guide of drawing. The actual, every stone in this place follows the grid pattern. So you look for the stones and you look for the actual shape of the floor, and that determines where your miniature can stand. Everywhere else, like here, I am going to delete the big grey crosses, and we're going to replace them with a hand-drawn small white intersection. I go white intersection like this means something, but you get the idea. And so you'll be able to actually see the grid. So basically, like this corridor, because it's you can kind of see the flags, so that's okay. You can definitely see the flags here. Here you can't. So I am going to replace every one of these with a soft, deep grey intersection. That's how we'll do it. And we'll do that all over. We did that on Teagle. I thought it worked out pretty good. Mark says, and it will bring out the colour of the vampire's eyes. Yes. As Alex Fixon said, because they're showy bastards. Zombie, because I think doing a dungeon hex system is harder. Squares are just easier. I mean, I like hexes. I do. I started drawing world maps and everything on the hexes much earlier on. But doing a dungeon hex, that would be an interesting exercise. Actually, I could be interested even experimenting with that. A little exercise, so to speak. I'll tell you what, Treebo, I'd be like willing to try it out though. But you would be doing like, you know, half hexes a lot in corridors and stuff like that. I think it'd be difficult. I think it'd be difficult. Like, because most, well, I guess depending how you did it, you just have these 8 hexes or something like that. It'd be kind of interesting to take a dungeon I've done and try to align it to a hex grid. That could start getting weird. By the way, I'm just doing base color right now, and I'm gonna start smoothing this out, and then we're gonna start getting very faint, or the thin lines. We're gonna start getting thin lines in here of a dark color or a light color. We're creating our own little texture. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think that hexes could be very difficult to work with. I think there are some practical layout limitations to them in a dungeon-like way. Unless you were drawing your corridors off at 45-degree angles and shit. Is it 45 degrees? Whatever. Yes, natural cavern. Good point, Mark. Yeah. For a natural cavern, I could see it being a lot easier. Alright. We are... Oh, you know, I want to get these darker areas in first. Dark and light. Okay, this is what this needs. And I am going to just bound our area that we're working in. We are going to get a little bit of dark. And we're actually going to get our ground effects. There we go. Got a little bit of texturing in here. This is already looking really freaking good. OMG. Now we're going to go the opposite way. Let's get that. I'm digging it. Loving every minute of Jerry. Loving every minute of it. This is looking good. This is looking really nice. Okay. Let's make that a little bit deeper. Let's grab this one, because we're actually going to do 20. Let's try 20. And oh, you know, oh, do I have a brush for this? Holy shit, I just had an idea. Tell me I have lightning strokes in here somewhere. Tell me I've got lightning strokes in here somewhere. Come on. Catches and animals. Splatter effects. cloud, smoke, dust. Do I have light? Did I have lightning in there? No, of course I don't. I had a lightning brush though, right? I've used a lightning brush. How come I don't have a lightning brush? Because that would be really cool. Well, maybe it'd be too lightning-like. Yeah, actually, I'm going off the idea. I'm going off the idea. Abstract textures, yes. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Most of these are like, I don't know what I would use them for. Yeah, there's actually very few in there. Actually, maybe I didn't save it. But it's fine, because I'm going off the idea. I think I would throw these in the cloud. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I kind of talked myself out of the idea as I was spazzing out. Okay, we're going to do this. And I think, but literally, we're going to do... Just because this is basically just... And it's not really too lightning-like. That's why I was kind of... And I'm going to blur this, by the way. I'm going to blur it. In fact, let's... Ooh, yeah, no, it's going to work. It's going to work. I know it's going to work. It's going to work, and it's going to look freaking awesome. I know it is. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. Yeah, see, this is not lightning-like. And this one is just that, but just, like, closer, you know? I might throw in a little bit of white. And just a little bit of a lighter split or splot here or there. Alright, blur. So we grab the smudge. We're going to get ourselves nice and big. And this is, by the way, what we did on all of these. Like, all of this. We would just, like, smooth it out a little bit until we got the result that we wanted. Sorry, I didn't mean to pan around so aggressively, but... My smudge might be a bit too heavy. Let me just take that back. Let's throttle it back a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. I need to bring it back all the way. There we go. So the material the Teagle map is printed on, Trebor, is a shower curtain. And Trebor, yeah, I definitely had lightning somewhere. I suspect I deleted that brush set because I wasn't using it. Now there is going to be a big sarcophagus on the top of this, so I don't need to get sort of too into the interior, but I'm doing it anyway because Why the hell not? Right, smudge tool. Oh, the book, the actual map in the book. Yeah, you know, I don't have a copy of Tico. No, I do. I do. Pex had one sent to me. I do. I guess I haven't looked at the fold out. The closest I've actually been to that map, like seriously looking at it, was actually at a convention. And they did such a good job of the actual layout. I was so happy with how they did it. It was such an excellent job. But I don't think I ever sort of sat there and then sort of folded anything out because, you know, you're standing at a stall, so you can't. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This'll work. It'll work. Actually, Wargaming, that is such a huge compliment. Thank you so much. Alright, just a little bit more to do on this. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm not going to reserve the right to add some little white splotches and things like that here and there and touch it up a bit more. But this, I think, is pointing in the right direction. I think we're pretty much a 5 or 7 pass technique here. Let's call it that. Get your base color down, give it some highlights, give it some lowlights. Maybe, you know, in this instance, we're smudging it, then add the details. We do the same on the walls, right? We do the same when we're shading something. We do the same when we do the land coloring. Everything takes about 5 or 7 steps. The 7 steps of Faden. Yeah, that's probably about right. I think this will get us into a pretty good 4th step. I think I'm feeling this. I think this is definitely in the right hemisphere, as I would say. Print size is about that. I'll take it. Remember, we've got shadows to add this thing. Shadows. Shadows will add a huge amount of elevation to the steps. We need to get a little bit of lighter colour in here. And I think we'll be good. And then I think we'll be good. I'm going to leave a little swatch there for us to have reference to. So I think this is a great place to stop this. I'm going to hit save real quick. Let's review what we did tonight. We finished up this room with the Amethyst Throne by getting the shadows in, which gives us some great steps coming up to the throne. We added the wall between that room and the room behind it. Wasn't there previously. We did the skull room, lined with skulls with 2 gaps where there are cobwebs and creepy crawlers. And that room's there. I mean, it's just there in its own. It's got 2 alcoves. And then we've got this room that we're working on right now, which is a vampirette room with lots of grave mold. So we're gonna go nuts with grave mold in this room. By the way, we're gonna make it just look kind of icky. I want you to look at this room and go, here. This is just the baseline that we have. So we're now drawing the big, huge sarcophagus in the southern end, or rather, we're doing the dais upon which, or the platform upon which the sarcophagus is going to be placed. And I kind of want to make it, Tutankhamun or Tutankhamun inspired, but like with the face and the body and everything, it would be kind of cool. But I want you to look at it and go, oh no. Oh no. And we're going to do that Sunday. Finishing this room will be the objective for Sunday. And then, because I work on this map for quite a bit, we should be able to finish this room and then get all of our sand, dust, and that type of thing into the corridors and into here. Get some cobwebs into those corridors. And maybe we'll start looking towards the big room up here. That's going to be a special room. This room will take a short while to do just on its own. We might in the interim come down here. We've got a little bit right here to do as well. So we'll see. We'll see how we feel. But this is the room we're going to finish on Sunday. It will be approximately 12:30, 1 o'clock Pacific time. So about 4 o'clock, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to work on it for 3 or 4 hours. Okay? So join me anytime in that duration. Just drop in, say hello, and see how this room is taking shape. I'm gonna draw an archway almost from above as well, because this dungeon needs it. So we're gonna do one, okay? And then, I mean, luckily this, there, and the vampire room all have the same stone walls. So I'll be able to do one kind of archway, get it coloured, and then sort of drop it into place. I feel like we need one. Wargaming. You should be able to catch the end of it. And Alex Vixen, don't forget, we're going to do the Scorpion game. We're going to do it. And I can't tell you if the occupant is cursed or not. I can't tell you that. But, like, PM me your idea. Okay? I don't want to read out too much from the book. I like reading descriptions. I don't want to get into too much about the occupants of this place. But if you PM me your idea, let's assume that he is. Okay? Send me your idea. Let's just see if we can do something fun with it. Regardless. So with that said, great place to end the stream for tonight. I want to thank every single one of you for hanging out with me. I really mean that. You are superstars. Superstars. I am back Saturday morning for Twitch subscribers and, well, I guess it's if you've subscribed at a certain level, and Patreon subscribers if you're at a certain level. Drawing the Rome map. You'll get an email from Pex about that. So don't forget, Saturday morning I am drawing Rome just for a couple of hours. We'll get to hang out, and then Sunday back on this one. Until then, all of you, so much love, huge amount of love. Yeah, you out there, you get this, okay? You get this right there, giving that to you. You have to take it, because I mean it. So until Saturday morning, or definitely Sunday, everyone have a great rest of your evening. Until whenever we next meet, I will see you on the flip side. I love you all. I'll see you soon. Hopefully Saturday morning. I'll see you then.